Today on Tricro Studios, we take a Jackson JS22-7, the satin finish one, and we do some upgrades. Welcome to part 2 of the Jackson JS22-7 upgrade video thingies. Basically, today I'm going to be installing black Sperzels, the elliptical end pin from D'Addario, and these two, I don't know what you would call them, revolver barrel knobbies? Let's go. So let's go ahead and look at the current tuners here. So these are non-locking tuners, and they're a few millimeters thinner material than the regular Jackson tuners that you would get. So if you got like an X series or Pro series or even above, they're a few millimeters thinner. They work. You want to make sure, again, this is something with non-locking tuners maybe you're not aware of, but if you actually always tune up to pitch, never tune down to pitch, and always tug on your strings. So you tug on your string, tune up, tug on your string again, test it, see if it's still working. If it's still holding its tune, it's fine. Basically, your goal here is to reset it in the nut and reset it on the pole. Just a really good trick. Anyway, I'm going to be taking these out, and let's take a look at the Sperzels, and I'll explain why you would want to get Sperzels as opposed to any other brand. I first want to note I am not affiliated with Sperzel in any way. They have not paid me. They have not given me these for free. The one time that I contacted them, I actually had a problem with their tuner. I basically said, hey, I love your tuners. I always put them on my guitars. I have them on a ton of guitars. And I said, hey, these tuners here, you advertise that you can reverse them. I've never had a problem before. But there's two tuners that I can't get to reverse. And I didn't ask for replacement tuners, didn't ask for anything. I literally just said, is there a different way that you know, maybe I'm doing this wrong, or maybe some tips you can give me? They gave me one tip and then basically said this is why we don't want people to switch out their tuners, which really bothered me. So, love the product, hate the customer service, not affiliated in any way. Yeah, so the Sperzels, here's why I highly recommend them. These are called Easy Mount. So, you don't have to drill anything. Basically, there's a little indentation. It's probably hard to see. Probably do some close-ups, but there's a little indentation there, and when you tighten everything, it kind of grips itself to the back of the headstock. So it doesn't really move, and you don't have to drill any pilot holes to set anything in, and you don't have to drill anything. It's great. So basically, when you remove the tuners, if you decide to go with something else or revert back to the original, no big deal, no scar marks, no nothing. The other thing that I love about these is, I might as well grab the guitar here. You'll notice that this guitar here is, there are 3 tuners on the top and 4 tuners on the bottom. So if I have them like this, 3 tuners on the top, 4 tuners on the bottom. These come as inline tuners. So basically as if they were top, not a reverse headstock. Very easy. Now, any other tuner, you're stuck with that. So you can't really reverse them. However, these, super easy. You literally take apart this screw on the top, and I'll hopefully do a close-up again. And then you take everything apart, keep everything as it was, and then you just take this out, flip it around, put it back together, bam, reversible tuners. So if I were to go with like hip shot tuners or anything else really, a Goto or what have you, actually I don't know if they, I don't think they reverse from what I've read, but could be wrong. But I don't have those. I would have to drill into the back of the headstock, but also I would have to order them special, so I would have to say I want 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, so 3x4. Most of them come in 4x3. So this also saves me time and probably a little bit of money, but they're a great product, very easy to install, so let's go ahead and install them. Okay, so let's get to installing the tuners themselves. I'm only going to do the 7th string, or like the thickest one, because my daughter actually wants to do this. She's turning 5 soon and she likes doing this sort of thing. So I'm going to show you just one of them. It's the same for everything. You just want to kind of balance and level everything. But it's super easy. Again, the tuners that are on here, when I did this to the other JS22-7, I usually just need this kind of a tool and take it apart. I actually had to get this because these were thinner and smaller, so we'll see. Yeah, does not work. There you go. You just got to get it started and get it loose. And then take it apart with your hand. You flip it over. This should be super easy to come apart. Some of them I had troubles with because the screws were beginning to strip after the second little turn. This one, thankfully, not the case. Alright, there we go. Okay, so there's one that actually says 7th string. I think that means that the opening here is a little bigger. Not quite sure. I have installed these on a few 7 strings, but I always just use the one that says 7th. Anyway, you feed it through and then push this in and just hand tighten to begin with. Okay. And then the very important thing is when you turn it over, if this will work or not, you want to make sure that it's going to be somewhat level. So you get it hand tight so you can turn it a little, get it to the point that you want, and then tighten it. And there we go. So you do this 6 more times, and you're all set with your locking tuners. Alright, so it should come to no surprise that I'm actually filming this out of order. So the hip shot bridge hasn't been installed yet. It's coming in 2 days, but I did want to kind of... People are more interested in the hip shot than anything else, so filming it out of order. Anyway, gonna remove the knobs and install the new ones. The ones that come on the Jackson are not the locking style. So you just pull and they come off. And the whole, I guess you would say, motif, or the whole idea for this guitar for me was black with silver or chrome or nickel or whatever you want to call it. So the fact that these aren't black or whatever, that makes me actually, I'm fine with it. So to install these is super easy. You put them down. What I like to do is actually put some sort of indicator to myself on what position I'm in. So there's a little slot here. I'll match that with this. That's about matched. And then I will tighten. Welcome to what I like to call the most obvious part of the video. It's go ahead and install the new strap buttons. I didn't really want to put the like strap locks on here, just because like I don't plan on really playing with the strap too much, and these will hold it into place quite fairly well, and they were cheaper. Okay, so again, not rocket science here. You want to remove this, so remove it. And then you're just going to match up the screw with the screws that are available for it. I come with 2 sets of screws, so 2 different thicknesses. I got these screws here. They're a little thicker, which is good because it means it'll bite in. And it comes with a little rubber washer thing. Put it on, screw it. It's not hard. Okay, and you can see the new one is now installed. Very easy. Do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, thanks for watching. That was part 2 on the upgrade video for the Jackson JS22-7. This is the Satin Black model. I am going to be purchasing the Gloss Black model. Looks like my local Long & McQuaid store has 100 of them ordered, and none of them are spoken for as of yet. So next Friday I'll probably hop in and order one in, pay for it and order one in. At that point I'll probably put some Seymour Duncan Invaders in it, which are soap bars, which means it's going to be time and a half of the guitar, the price of the guitar, but still fun to do. And I'll probably put either Hip Shot or Go-To in there and locking Sperzels again. So keep an eye open as well, because I'm probably going to be ordering the ionizers for this guitar, and I'll install those, and probably do, that won't be a part 3 of this. That'll probably just be Jackson stock versus DiMarzio ionizers, so you can hear the difference. For my other JS22-7, I have the Titans coming in. I special ordered those from DiMarzio, so it'll probably still be another month or 2 before they come in. But there may be a part 3 for this kind of video series, because I might relic this guitar. I keep going back and forth because I'm sure I'll really mess it up, which that's the whole point of it. But I might mess it up to the point where I don't like it, so I keep debating back and forth. Another thing here, I might coil split the pickups that I get, or I might install a kill switch. If I decide to do that, then I'll probably do a part 3 as well, so you can see kind of the drilling and everything. And the kill switch, I'll only do it if I can find something ridiculous enough that's not going to take up the whole body of the guitar itself. I'm kind of thinking, you know, the push-pull buttons for like air brakes where you twist it, like the emergency stop kind of deal. If I can get a small enough one of those that's not going to be cumbersome on the guitar, then I will do a part 3, and you'll be able to see how that looks. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Stay tuned, because there's probably going to be a whole bunch more type videos like these.